Russell wasn't supposed to stay. He wasn't supposed to trust. He wasn't supposed to love. But something about Otto changed everything. Every morning before the sun fully warmed the earth, Russell appeared, waiting. He perched on the fence, hopping from post to post, eyes scanning the house, searching for one thing: Otto. The moment the door creaked open, the little boy ran outside, and just like that, Russell swooped down, wings spread wide, landing right beside him. It was the same routine every single day. Otto hopped onto his scooter, and Russell, as if he had always belonged, jumped along beside him, matching his pace. It didn't matter that one had wings and the other had legs. They moved as one, inseparable in a way no one expected. Russell wasn't a pet. He wasn't trained. He was wild. But he had chosen Otto. No one knew why Russell had bonded with him so deeply. Maybe it was the way Otto saw him, not as a wild bird, but as a friend. Maybe it was the kindness in the way he held out his hand, waiting for Russell to decide, never forcing him. Whatever it was, Russell only allowed Otto to touch him. He brought Otto tiny gifts: small stones, leaves, little tokens carefully placed inside his toy excavator, as if he knew exactly what mattered most to his human. Lisa and Mark watched in amazement. It was a connection they hadn't expected, one they hadn't planned. But it all made sense when they thought back to the first time Russell came into their lives. Mark had been outside that day, working in the yard, when he noticed something unusual: a tiny crow, barely moving. His bones stuck out beneath his feathers, his frail body trembling with exhaustion. He was too weak to fly. His dark eyes, full of confusion and hunger, met Mark's. And in that moment, Mark knew. He looked around for any sign of the bird's parents, scanning the trees, waiting for the familiar cause of crows calling for their young. But there was nothing. Russell was alone. Unsure of what to do, Mark called a wildlife rehabilitator, explaining the situation. He expected advice, instructions on how to help. Instead, the response was simple: leave him. Let nature take its course. The words didn't sit right. The idea of walking away, of letting this tiny, helpless creature wither away in the grass, felt wrong. Lisa agreed. He deserves a fair chance, she said, and that was all it took. They fed him, gave him water, and watched as his strength slowly returned. But they never planned to keep him. They encouraged him to explore, to fly, to remember that he was wild. They thought any day now he would leave. But Russell never left. He stayed, not out of need, but out of choice. He perched in the trees, watching, waiting, always nearby. And when Otto walked outside for the first time since Russell had regained his strength, something incredible happened. Russell flew straight to him. Otto, barely old enough to understand how rare this was, reached out his hand. Russell didn't flinch. He didn't hesitate. He just stayed. From that moment on, the two were inseparable. As Russell grew, his instincts kicked in. Some things changed. He wasn't as dependent as before, and he spent more time exploring on his own. But no matter where he went, he always came back. He still perched nearby when Otto played outside. He still paid close attention, watching, listening, as if guarding his friend. Life with a crow was full of surprises. There were days when Russell, full of mischief, swooped down and landed on their heads, startling them with his unexpected landings. Other days, he would snatch up any unattended food, proudly stealing snacks right out of their hands. Anything shiny was fair game. If it caught the light, it belonged to Russell now. Despite his playful antics, there was something undeniably special about him. He wasn't just a bird. He was a part of the family. Lisa and Mark felt honored that Russell had chosen them, chosen Otto, chosen to stay when he could have left. But deep down, they knew that one day, he might not come back. That was the nature of things. Russell had always been free. He had wings, and the wild called to him in ways they couldn't understand. If the day ever came when Russell decided to leave for good, they would have to let him go. Until then, they cherished every moment. Every morning he showed up. Every game of chase with Otto. Every tiny stone he carefully placed in Otto's toy, as if he were trying to say, I'm still here. I'm still your friend. Not every animal gets a second chance. So many are left behind, unseen, unheard, waiting for someone to notice them, waiting for kindness, waiting for a fair chance. Russell's story is a reminder that love isn't limited to what is expected. Sometimes it finds a way in the most unexpected places, in the form of a tiny, fragile crow who refused to let go of the ones who saved him. And sometimes the greatest gift in return is simply the freedom to choose.